Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine and are taking care of yourselves. My name is Kanika Tandon and I am here with the video of class 7th English first. In our last video we have completed till chapter number 6 and today we are going to start with our chapter number 7, which is adjective. Starting our today's video with chapter number 7, the adjective. So adjective is actually a part of speech in which the word tells us the quality of a noun. Okay, so these words, those are called adjectives, can only be used for a noun or a pronoun. For example, if we have short hair, alright, or long hair, or fair skin, or dull skin, alright, so these are what? These are something which tells us the quality of a thing that we have, which means if we have a it does not matter whether the thing is non-living thing or a living thing, it has to be a noun. So whenever a word that is actually telling us about the quality of a particular thing, we call that word adjective. For example, Pushpa has short hair. So how what kind of hair does Pushpa have? Has short. So this short hair is actually the quality. This word short is actually telling us the quality of the word of the noun hair. Alright. Similarly, Ajit has bought a new motorcycle. So what motorcycle has he bought? A new one. So what is the quality of the motorcycle? That it is new. Alright, now adjectives are of two types. First is attributive use. Adjectives can be used at two places. Alright, it can be used before the noun, and it can also be used after the noun. The adjectives we use before the noun is called attributive use, and we use the adjective we use after the noun is known as predictive use. For example, I have a long pencil. So what kind of a pencil do I have? Long one. So what is the word that is telling me the quality of the noun pencil? Is long. And where have I used? Before the noun. So it is attributive use. And if I'm saying that my pencil is long, so how is my pencil? It is long. And where it has been used? After the noun. So it is predictive use. For example, if you look into the book, first is it is sweet mango. So the word sweet is telling us the quality of the mango, and it is used before the noun. So it is attributive use. And the mango is sweet. So this is actually same, है ना? In these both of these sentences, we know that the mango is sweet. Both of the sentences express same meaning, but the uses of the adjective in the sentence is actually different, right? In first one we are using sweet before the mango, and in second one we are using sweet after the mango. So first is attributive use and another one is predictive use. You have to keep this thing in mind, that both of these sentences tells us the same meaning, expresses the same meaning, but the use of the adjective is actually different. Next we are going to study the kinds of adjectives. There are in total 7 kinds of adjective. First one is adjectives of quality. Second is adjective of quantity. Third is adjectives of number or numeral adjectives. Next is demonstrative adjectives. Fifth is distributive adjectives. Sixth is interrogative adjectives, and last is possessive adjectives. Now these are the 7 kinds of adjectives which are quite clear uh, with their names only, but we are going to study about them one by one. So coming on to the first one, which is adjective of quality. With the word quality, you can easily understand that these are the kinds of adjectives which tells us the quality of a noun. Alright, like what kind of a person or a thing is, or how does it look. Does it look good or bad? Alright, coming to the examples of these kinds of adjectives. Mumbai is a large city. He is an honest person. So these words, large, honest, tall, intelligent, these are the words that tells us the quality of the noun that we are talking about. In these four sentences we are talking about Mumbai, है ना, and next one we are talking about a person, next is we are talking about Amit, and in last we are talking about a student. So these are the words that are in pink, that are in pink color. They tells us the kind of they are kind, matlab the nouns we are talking about, they tell us the kind of these nouns, right? Similarly, coming on to the next one, adjective of quantity. With the word quantity, it is clear that we are talking about the quantity, that means how much. So but the third one is adjective of number. Quantity and number is almost same, but it is different. I'll explain it to you later. First, coming on to the adjective of quantity, it describes the quantity of something, all right, like how much. So these are the examples. There is a little tea in the kettle. He has enough money to go on a vacation. Rajesh takes great care of his health. He drank some milk. He did not buy any clothes. So with these words we can actually figure out that we are talking about the quantity, but in this we cannot identify from the words that how much exactly it is, right? In this sentence they are saying there is a little tea in the kettle. Okay, we know that there is a little tea in the kettle, but we don't know how much cup. If I ask how much tea is there, you will reply, ma'am, a little. And if I ask how many cups will it fill, you will not be able to tell until and unless you put the tea in the cups. Alright. So this is the difference between adjective of number and adjective of quality, quantity. In quantity we always know that there is some amount of thing. But in adjective of number or numeral adjective, we know the exact quantity of the thing. Like I have, see, you will understand with this difference. There are two sentences. First sentence is I have some pen. Or no, wait, let me take a better example. I have some rice at my home. Alright. First sentence is this, I have some rice in my home. Second sentence is I have 5 kg of rice at my home. How are these sentences different? Because in first sentence we are actually not telling about the exact amount of the rice that I have. But in second sentence I am telling the exact amount of rice that I have. Alright, so this is the difference between adjective of quantity and adjective of numbers. In both of these type we are talking about the quantity only. Kitna hai, we are talking about this only. But in adjective of quantity we are talking about some amount, है ना? We are not talking about the exact amount, but in number we are talking about the exact amount. Coming on to adjective of number, which tells us how many person or thing are meant, or in what way, or one person, or only a person or a thing stands, are called adjective of number. I have 10 rupees. He has got 6 fingers in his hand. I have many books. These are the example. If I take this 10 rupee example, so I can say I have some money in my pocket. First sentence is this. Another sentence is I have 10 rupees in my pocket. So how are these two different? In first sentence I am telling about some money. I don't know how much it is. But in second I know exactly how much rupees I have. I hope you understand the difference between these. Next is demonstrative adjectives. What is the meaning of demonstrative? When we demonstrate a thing, right? When we tell about the thing by pointing it out. For example, if I have drawn a diagram on the blackboard and I am explaining you that diagram, I will always point out a thing that I am explaining. So this is how I demonstrate it. Alright. So similarly with the word demonstrate, it is clear that we have to point out a noun or a person or a noun. It can be a person or a thing. So demonstrative adjective points out which word, person, thing or a place are meant. So for example, this girl is very pretty, that boy is very noisy, that boy is naughty, these books are mine, that those books are yours. So these are what the with these words it is clear that we are pointing over some things. So this girl is very pretty, that boy topped the class, these books are for sale, those girls will go for a picnic. So these words are what? These words tells us that we are pointing out on a thing. Now there are two type of thing, demonstrative adjectives and demonstrative pronouns. How do we differentiate between them is words like this, that, those, these are demonstrative adjectives when they are placed before the noun, but when they are used after the noun, these becomes pronoun. Okay, so in this sentence, this book is mine, so this qualifies the noun book, therefore it is an adjective. It has put between put before the noun. And this is my book, this stands for the noun book, therefore it is a pronoun. So we use this and that with singular nouns, these and those with plural nouns. This is also a thing that you have to keep in mind, that this and that is used with only single noun, and these are used for plural nouns. Next is distributive adjective. So distributive adjectives shows that a person or a thing from a group are taken one at a time. Okay, so what in here what we are talking about, if for example if you all are sitting in the class and I am talking about single person, I mean if I am talking about a single person and then making it clear for all. For example, there is teachers day and you have to bring 10 rupees each. Okay, so see, in this sentence also I have used 10 rupees each, that means every one of you will bring 10 rupees, but I have said it only one time. I am not taking everybody's name, that you Shalini bring 10 rupees, you Karan bring 10 rupees, you Genius bring 10 rupees, you John bring 10 rupees, Ram bring 10 rupees. I am not saying this. What am I doing? I am saying it as in a collective way. Alright, I am saying it for only one time, but it is applicable to all. So I am saying each one of you will bring 10 rupees for the Teachers Day celebration, or I drink tea every day, or I have lunch every day, or either you go or either you go this side or this side. Alright, so these are the words which are used as distributive adjectives, which actually is used in a group. Whenever we are talking about a particular person in a group, we use demonstrative adjectives. In this also there are there are distributive adjectives also, and there are distributive pronouns also. So distributive adjective is what? Which qualifies the noun, and distributive pronoun is it stands for the person. Alright, coming to the next one, which is interrogative adjective. It is very clear with the word only, and it is the easiest of all the adjectives. Whenever in a sentence there is a question, and that question is actually whenever there are interrogative words are used in a sentence and question mark is there, it is interrogative adjective. The word what, which, whose are called interrogative adjectives when they are used with noun for asking question. We will see some example of these, like which book do you want, whose pen it is, what kind of a man is he. So in this we are talking about the quality only, right? So this is these are interrogative adjective, and here also there are interrogative adjectives and interrogative pronouns. In this we have to make a difference. Why? Whenever we are using the interrogative words before the noun, it is interrogative adjectives, and whenever it is used for the noun at the in the starting, but the noun is placed at the end of the sentence, it is interrogative pronoun. All the three distributive, demonstrative and interrogative adjectives have and have adjectives and pronouns, but there is one thing in common is the word, if the word is used before the noun, it is adjective, and if it is used for the noun but at the end, or in the starting but noun is placed at the end or in the starting, those are pronoun. Coming on to the last one, which is possessive adjectives. With the word possessive, it is very clear that it shows the ownership. So the words which tells us about the ownership of a thing, or a place, or a person, or a noun, it is very clear that we are talking about the possessive adjectives. So they always ask a question with whose. See, whenever you read a sentence and if you ask a question to yourselves about that particular word, a particular sentence, the question will always come whose, kiska. So with the word kiska, or when we are using ki this is my book, so whose book is this? With the word whose, it is very clear that we are talking about possessive adjectives or anything else. So my bike needs repair. Whose bike needs repair? My. So this is my, its, your, hers, his, ours. So these are what? These are possessive adjectives. And in this also we have possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns with the same theory, that if we are using it for the noun, it is possessive pronoun, and if we are using before the noun, it is of adjectives. Next is the correct use of some adjectives, some and any. In these some and any, some is used when we are talking about some things that we want to buy or take, but in any, when we have to make a choice. Alright, each and every, each means each person can cast a vote, and every seat was taken. Each is used speaking two or more things, and every is used for all the things, for more than two things. Alright, little, a little, the little. Little is not much, a little, some, though not much, the little, not much, but all there is. So these are the words: few, a few, the few, few, not many, few, some, few, not many. These you will get better if you read these on your own. Now coming on to the last part, which is comparison of adjectives. This is very easy. The adjectives are actually divided into 3 degrees. First is positive degree, another one is comparative degree, and third one is superlative degree. So positive degree is what? When we are using the noun at its present form and in the simplest form of the adjectives. Comparative degree is what? When we use a word in comparison between two things. Alright, comparative degree with the word compare. If we comparative, so it is the word compare. So whenever we are comparing things, we always make sure that we are only comparing two people. Comparison is always done between two people, not more than that. Alright, so comparison is between two people. And last one is superlative degree. When we are talking on about two, or on when we are making a comparison among more than two people. Alright, we'll take one example. For example, Sita is a short-heighted girl in the class. Alright, Sita Sita has short hair. Alright, so Sita is a girl in my class who has short hair. We are not comparing about anything, comparing anyone with anything. We are just making a statement that Sita has short hair. Now if I am talking about Sita and Geeta both, and I want to compare their hair, so whose hair is longer? Okay, Geeta's hair is longer. Alright, so now I am saying Sita, or I can say, if I am comparing Sita and Geeta, Geeta has shorter hair. Geeta के बाल सीता से और भी छोटे हैं. So I am saying that Geeta's hair is shorter than Geeta. Oh, I mean Sita. So in my first sentence I was saying that Sita has short hair. Sita के बाल छोटे हैं. But in comparative degree, if I am talking and I am comparing Sita with Geeta, I understand that Geeta's hair is shorter than Sita. Now I am understanding that कि गीता के बाल तो और सीता से और भी छोटे हैं. Alright, so Geeta's hair is shorter than Sita. And if I'm talking about all the girls in the class, I understand that Geeta has the shortest hair in the class. पूरी क्लास में सबसे छोटे बाल किसके हैं? गीता के. So the word short, shorter and shortest, these words shows us the positive, comparative and superlative degree. I hope you all have understood this. When we will do the exercise, you will get it better. So coming on to the exercise on page number 37. Words. First exercise is words that are used to describe a noun or a pronoun is called adjectives. An adjective which shows ownership is called a possessive adjective. It is very clear with the word. Whenever you hear a word possessive, it will always show you the ownership. Second is pick out the adjectives and state their kinds. It is actually very these kinds of questions are very interesting. If you these types of questions tells us whether we have understood the chapter or not, basically. So the cow has a long tail. What kind of a tail does the cow have? Long, which shows us the quality of the tail of the cow, right? So the adjective is long and the adjective is adjective of quality. He likes this pen. So this pen, we are pointing at this pen, so it is demonstrative adjective. Which is your book? Question mark. Who is your book? The word which is interrogative adjective and question mark shows us interrogation only. So it is interrogative adjective. The spider has 8 legs. Now this is the thing that we have to be very sure about, that in this sentence they are actually telling us the exact number. How many legs does a spider have? 8. So we have the exact amount, exact number. So it is adjective of number or numeral adjective. Next is he wants some money. How much money he wants? We don't know. We don't know the exact amount. We just know that he wants some money. So it is adjective of quantity. I hope this difference is actually clear to you. Next is neither boy has passed in the examination. So this word neither, in this we are talking about no one. So it is demonstrative adjective. He ate little bread. We don't know how much bread he ate, but he ate a little bread, so we know that. According to this, it is adjective of quantity. Next is these apples are sweet. So in this sentence they are telling us about the quality of the apples. So it is adjective of quality. Next is the rose is a beautiful flower. In this also they are telling us about the quality of the noun. So it is adjective of quality. He is playing with his friends. In this we are talking about his friend. So it is possessive adjective. Fill in the blanks with the proper form, comparative of or superlative of the adjective. So in this we have to make sure that comparison is how the comparison has been done. Africa is the dash of the 5 continents. Here we are talking about 5 continents and Africa. So the comparison is between 5 continents and Africa. 5 is more than 2. So in this we are using superlative degree. So what is the superlative degree of hot? Hot, hotter, hottest. So here we will write Africa is the hottest of the 5 continents. She is the dash girl in the class. We are talking about whole class. So in this also we are using superlative degree. So what is the superlative degree of lazy? Laziest. Lazy, lazier, laziest. So the answer is laziest. Iron is dash than any other metal. So in this we are using than. Than is actually used in comparison between two people only. We cannot use then in superlative degree or in positive comparison, positive adjective. Than is always used in and only used in comparative degree only. So here it is clear that we have to write the comparative degree. So what is the comparative degree of useful? Useful, more useful, and most useful. So here we will write more useful, which is the dash of the two. In this clearly we are having comparison between two. Okay, so what is the comparative degree of good? Better. So good, better, best. So we'll write better. This is the dash of all flowers. In this we are talking about all the flowers, and we are using word pretty. So in this we will write prettiest. I'm sorry, just because of my phone it is hidden, so I'm writing the spelling here. Prettiest. I hope it is clear to you. Coming on to the next exercise, which is on page number 38. In this, read the following using an adjective form from in the box in the place of words given below. So what we have to do, we have to actually write a single word for the phrases that we have used in the sentence. So most Indians work hard. So what is the adjective that can be used for work hard in the place of work hard? It is industrious. Sunil is a person whose business practices raise doubts. So whose raised doubt means dubious. Dubious. So we can write dubious. Smriti pays careful attention to every detail in her work. So Smriti is actually meticulous. Meticulous. This door is made of metal. So this door is metallic because it is made of metal. The accident was serious, but no one died, means it was not fatal. So we'll write fatal. The regulations were made to ensure the kind and just treatment of all the refugees. So for kind and just we use humane. Humane. Sachin is a very good artist. So Sachin is an accomplished artist who is very good. Accomplished means who is actually very perfect in his work. Alright. Nihar is a cheerful and friendly boy. So Nihar is an amiable boy. Industrial population is a problem which affects the entire world. So industrial population is a global problem, we can say. Meenakshi's speech was given without previous thought or preparation. So whenever we are giving a speech without having any kind of preparation, that is known as, and no topic, that is known as extemper. So we have to write extemper. And if it is not clear to you with my handwriting, you can look into the help list and you can do it from there. Coming on to the next one, look at the pictures and then write 2 adjectives to describe each of the following things. You can find some adjectives ideas hidden in the picture. So in this, just to make it a little interesting, I have used only 1 adjectives, and this is going to be your homework for today, that you will write the second adjectives yourself. First is dash crowds. So I have written grey. You can write your own adjectives also. Dash house, beautiful house. Hardworking farmer, blue sky, healthy vegetables, brown soil, long windmill, high overalls, round hat, new shoes, used gloves. You can write anything. Coming on to the next and last exercise. Match the title to the current Guinness World Record given below. This is very easy. In this we have to see the options given and then we have to read. A baby boy who later died was born in London in 1924 with 14 fingers and 15 toes. So it is C1, most fingers and toes. A sofa powered with a mini 1300cc motor has a top speed of 140 km per hour. It is steered by turning a pizza pan. So it is fastest furniture. Matthew McGorry from the US wears size 29.5 shoes. So it is the largest feet. A1. Fossey Bennett was 97 years, 181 days old when she was a bridesmaid at a wedding in UK 1999. So this is oldest bridesmaid. Thomas Wedders from a circus in England in the 1770s had a nose 19 centimeter long. So it is B, the longest nose. Li Jianhua from China lifted 50 kgs of bricks clamped to his ears and held the weight for 9.3 seconds in 1998. So heaviest weight lifted by ear is the world record. Shadow the dog regularly goes diving with his owner to a depth of 4 meters. They share an air tank, and this is deepest scuba dive by a dog. G1. Yim Byung Nan held a piece of metal heated to a temperature of 487.7 degrees Celsius in his mouth for 14 seconds. So it is the hottest metal in the mouth. Coming on to the next exercise. Actually, it is not exercise. This is let's recall one. In this first one is look at the picture given below and suggest suitable predicates for theme expressed by each picture. So we have to write a sentence looking at the picture. First one is the boy is playing with the table tennis. So we can write he is playing tennis. Next is she is actually teaching the class. So she is teaching the class. And this pen, you can write the pen is not mine or anything. This pen is very costly or anything. These sentences you can write on your own absolutely. Next is write the singular and plural noun of the following picture. So we have to look at the picture and write the singular and plural noun of both. First one is leaf, the plural is leaves. Mango, mangoes. Watch, watches. Giraffe, giraffes. I'm sorry, I have not written S by mistake. You can put S here, giraffes. Tooth, teeth. Mouse, mice. Coming on to the next exercise, and this is the last one. In this, what we have to do, adjectives are the words used to describe a noun. Write an adjective for each arrow to describe the dog. So what we have to do, we have to actually write these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arrows. We have to write something about the body part of the dog. So first one is long tail, second is brown dog, next is sharp teeth, and another one can be long tongue, or you can write and next one is pet dog, other one is long legs, next is little paws or dark brown patches. You can write anything if you want. Alright, and now we have to write 4 sentences with these adjectives. So I have written, I have a pet dog, it is brown colored, it has sharp teeth, and it has a long tail. You can write the sentences on your own also. With this, our chapter number 7 is over, and our today's video has also come to an end. Now I would request all of you to please complete this chapter, learn it by heart, do the homework as I have told you, and we'll see you. I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, take care and keep studying. Thank you.